What's up? What's up, family? All right. Hey, I've got a big announcement. And I want to share with you guys what's going on because it really will, in a very positive way, it's going to affect kind of the trajectory of my life and the training and everything like that. So, sometime in December, I believe it was, around early December, or maybe it was late November, I got an email from a company called Two Market Media, and they represent some of the largest, people in the industry. Some might call them celebrities. I call them more like public figures. They represent Grant Cardone and many people, a bunch of people. And they had discovered me through YouTube. And so I've been working with them for a couple of months. But back then it was like, hey, we see, we've been watching you on YouTube. We see what you're doing. And we think you have the ability, the potential of doing something a lot bigger. So I started, I started working with them. We started working together, and it's been a great relationship. I mean, it's been beautiful so far. We've got a book deal in the works and a bunch of other stuff. But the big thing that I want to share with you is during what we call our discovery period. So whenever you're working with a talent agency or a company like that, they take you through what they call a discovery period, where they learn more about what you do. And interestingly enough, the big comment that I got was, hey, we love everything about you. We love your persona, your personality. We like how you come across and everything, but we can't really figure out exactly what it is that you do. Because I've always done so many things, and I've tried to help people in so many ways. So part of the discovery process was they got together with me, and we got together and started figuring out, okay, what am I all about? Like, what do I do? Like, what's my thing, if you will? And so my coach Hank and I, we had a session. This has been about 6 weeks ago at this point, and he was just sort of pulling out of me, like, what is your passion, man? What do you want to do? How do you want to show up in the world? Okay, I'm 52. In fact, I just turned 52 this week. How do you want to go out? Not that I'm going out, right? But how do you want the next decade of your life to look, and who do you want to reach, and who do you see yourself reaching? And so we had about an hour plus conversation around that. And I think basically what came up was, when I was 10 years old, I had an encounter with the Lord. See, I started following the Lord at 10, when I was 10 years old. Now, I went away from him probably by the time I was about 16, 17. But when I was 10, I had a very profound experience where God reached out to me, and very clearly in scripture, he showed me that I was to be like Moses, okay, to set his people free.
This will still be so. I will never let your people go.
And so that story kind of came up, and I hadn't shared that story. I don't know if I've ever shared that story. And so, but I knew very clearly, and I know if I know you've had this before, where you absolutely heard a word from the Lord, or from, you didn't know where, right? You heard that word, and you know that you were called. So I was called at 10 years old to reach.
The grape tree.
I actually did it through the first. I've actually always done it throughout my life. I've always done it. I've always remained true to the calling. But what I haven't done is I haven't been super duper purposeful and like granular. Okay. So anyway, what came out of that session was that I am a healer. Okay. And of course, I know that we're all healers, right? You're a healer. I'm a healer. And then the word prophet came up. So, and a prophet is just someone that is sent by God with a message. Okay, someone sent by God with a message for God's people. And so the big announcement is that after a lot of, I see the likes and the hearts. I love you guys. Thank you so much. But after a lot of, going back and forth and figuring out, okay, God, what exactly do you have for me? And I know sometimes many of my students have gone through this, where, you too have had, this thing like, what am I here for? Why am I on the planet? Why did God send me here? What is my purpose? What's my passion? What's my calling? And for me, it is to help you to reach your ultimate greatness, and really through business. So I am rebranding as, okay, the big announcement, I'm rebranding as the business healer, the business healer. And so going forward, thank you. I see the love, I see the likes, I see the hearts. Thank you guys. I love you so much. So as going forward, you're going to see, Knolly Williams, the business healer. And what I specifically do, the big thing that I'm helping people heal from is limiting beliefs. A lot of people have beliefs around their business that they can't succeed at a higher level, or that they can only do this. And the reality is you are destined for so much more. And, I'm going to continue to help you achieve greatness and get to that higher level. So the business healer has been birthed. We actually, on March 14th, I have my first, free training that we're going to be doing around the business healer. And specifically, what came out of a lot of our sessions together was the fact that you guys see me, today is the final day of 5 weeks. Okay. How many weeks? 5 weeks that we've been in Florida. We skipped out of Austin, Texas, because we don't like cold weather. And we decided to go, where's the warmest place in America? We came to the warmest place that we could find, which is here in Florida. So we've been here in the Bradenton, the St. Pete, Sarasota, Siesta Key area. We've been here for 5 weeks. And this whole idea, they've been fascinated. The folks that I've partnered with at Two Market Media have been fascinated by this whole concept that, I run 3 businesses right now that are all 3 of them are 6-figure businesses, and I work 3 hours a day. And they're like, that's what you need to be teaching people. So that's actually what I'm going to be teaching, is the 3-hour workday. I work a 3-hour workday. This week, the big thing that I've been working on is the rebrand. Okay. And it's a lot of work. It's a heavy lift. So I've got my team working. Paul has been doing a phenomenal job with the graphics, the websites, everything has been just phenomenal. So what I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and with you, is I'm going to be sharing with you how to work 3 hours a day, just like I do, and earn 6 or 7 figures. How can you quadruple your sales and still work a 3-hour workday? Now, I get it. You might be thinking right now, like, Knolly, there's no way I could work a 3-hour a day. That's insane. Well, basically what happened with me is, I used to work 16-hour days. Josie will tell you, I used to work 18-hour days. And then eventually I learned a lot of stuff I learned from Gary Keller. I learned that actually if you time block, you could get a lot more done in less time, right? And so eventually I got to the point where in my real estate practice, get this, we were making over $500,000 a year, well over that. And I was working 3 hours a week in that business. I was highly leveraged. And it's pretty much in everything I teach. You read my book, Success with Listings. I know you probably already have it. You read my book, and it's all about leverage. It's all about, and leverage is people, systems, and tools, right? It's all about delegating what you hate, right? And some of you, I know I'm the same way. I love to work. I love working. But there's a gal who wrote a book called The 5 Biggest Regrets of the Dying. The 5 Biggest Regrets of the Dying. And she was a hospice, like the equivalent of a hospice nurse in her country. And she works with people that are on their last few weeks or few days of life. And she chronicled their 5 biggest regrets. And the number 2 regret, actually the number 1 regret that people have is that they wish they hadn't worked so much. That they wish that the number 3 regret is that they wish they had gotten more in touch with their emotions. And that they wish that they had, one of the top 5 regrets is that they wish they had allowed themselves to be happier, okay? And what I found, one of the reasons that I travel so much and that I experience new things, and Josie, and I try to share this with you, is because, there's more to life than just working, okay? There's more to life than just making a living. There's living, and then there's making a living. And the reality is, a lot of people don't realize this, but it is a gift when you can work 3 hours a day and make six figures, okay? And of course, you're gonna have a team that is supporting you with this, right? But I also teach you how to monetize, okay? How to monetize your team members so that no team member is costing you any money. Remember, Uncle Knolly, I like to do things at low to no cost. So you got to realize that when you have, a team of 1 or 2 people, 2 or 3 people that are lifting the workload off of your plate, okay, you're actually creating a revenue center, okay, or a profit center with that individual, so that their cost, the cost of their labor, is costing you nothing. Doesn't cost you a dime. And so that was the big announcement that I wanted to make with you, is that the business healer is born, and I am here to heal businesses and you at the spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional level, get you to quadruple your income working 3 hours a day. We can do it. And one thing that I'm going to be doing, a resource that I'm going to be doing to help you do this, is I'm going to be here, right here. Where? Right here. Where? Right here on my Facebook page. I'm going to be here every single week. Okay, this same time on Friday. It's going to be at 11 o'clock Central, noon Eastern, and it'll be, what would that be, 9 o'clock for the Pacific. So every single Friday, I'm going to be here for about 10-15 minutes, and I'm going to be sharing with you, what I did this week, what I learned, okay, and I'll be sharing with you some stories as well, and I'll be helping you to live the 3-hour workday lifestyle. Don't worry about getting there overnight, okay? It might take you a year to get there, it might take you 2 years. It doesn't matter, okay? The journey, remember, the journey is the destination. Okay, let me say it again. The journey is the destination. So don't trip out about it, and don't worry about it. The other thing that I want to share with you is there are 3 types of freedom that I value, okay, and that I want for you. Number 1, I want you to have financial freedom. I believe that every person, every entrepreneur, every business leader should have financial freedom. You should have the ability to not have to look at your bank account every day, or not have to worry about where your next paycheck's going to come from, and to have steady income, okay, that's consistently coming in 6 or 7 figures, whatever's comfortable for you. You should have financial freedom. I believe that. The second thing I believe is that you should have time freedom. You should have the freedom to be able to work whenever you want to work, okay? You should, and really to do the things that you want to do when you want to do them on your schedule, okay? Otherwise, you become a slave to the job instead of the job. See, your job, your purpose, your work is really a servant to you, okay? Just like money is your servant, your job is a servant to you. But when you're starting to work all these hours that you don't even want to really be working, then now you become a slave to the job. So I believe that you should have time freedom, okay? And the third kind of freedom that I believe you should have, and I know you should have, is location freedom, okay? I got it, and I know this is what I want for you as well. I can work from anywhere in the world. This week, it's in Florida. I've been here for 5 weeks. We're gonna go back home to Austin, Texas. We're gonna be there for 2 weeks and hang out. Then we're gonna go to Cabo, Mexico for a week. And who knows? Only the Lord knows after that. I mean, I can work as long as, right now, the 2 pieces of gear that I have with me are my laptop and my phone. That's it. That's all I need. I mean, I have other stuff, but that's really, that's the lifestyle I live, and that's the lifestyle I want you to have. So I want you to have financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom, okay? Now, in closing, the last thing I want to share is, I want to share a story with you, because The three things I commit to do here is I want to share with you what I did and what I'm doing. You know, what I've learned, and I've learned a lot about myself this week. I've shared some of that today, and then I want to share a story. So back in what year was it, Pete? We went to Maui first time, and we met.
8 or 9.
Okay, so back in 2008, 2009, Josie and I were in Maui, okay? And I've been living this lifestyle for a long time. We were in Maui, and we met some wonderful folks there in Maui, and they became great friends, the Pisanis, okay? They became great friends. And we meet people all over the place, met some great folks last night. So they became great friends, and Josie is really the best one in our family to keep in touch with people. Uncle Knolly's not too good with keeping in touch with you, but I bring you, I'm good at putting out content and bringing that to you. So we're here in Florida, and we knew, they live about 3 hours from where we are right now. And so we were like, okay, maybe we'll get to go see the Pisanis. Maybe not, we'll see, right? So about a week and a half ago, we get a phone call that Chris-Ann was in the hospital, that she woke up in the middle of the night, and she heard something in the house. She went to go check, and she got up suddenly, and she fell, and they didn't know it at the time, but when she fell, she hit her head. 59 years old, just turned 60 years old. She hit her head. They took her to the hospital. So we're talking to husband Peter, and he says, yeah, it's going to be a long road ahead. She'll probably be in the hospital for a couple of weeks, and we're like, man, a couple of weeks, and then we'll take her to rehab. But everything's going to be fine. We'll be back to normal. Well, it didn't turn out that way. She passed away. Monday, this week, Monday. And so a few days ago, last Saturday, she passed away. She passed away on Saturday. And then we went to the funeral 2 days ago. I'm getting my days mixed up. So 2 days ago, we drove 6 hours, round trip from where we are right now. And I got to tell you, to see someone barely out of their 50s in a casket, from just getting up in the middle of the night, a freak accident where you fall and hit your head and you never regain consciousness. It just got me to thinking that every single day is precious. And that's why this ministry that God has me doing, I know that is so important, because there are so many people that I see, and I was one of them, that are wasting their life. They're whittling their life away for the big fancy whatever, or just not even for that, just to make it. And there just really is an easier way to make it in this world and to live life. So I want to encourage you with that story. The point of that story was to encourage you that, life can be short. It could be long too, but we just never know. Live every single day like it is the final day that you'll be here on the planet. Remember, God sent us into this realm for a specific purpose, for a specific season. We're going to go home soon. We'll go home and be back with God. I mean, we're with him now, but we're going to be back in his bosom, if you will. We'll be back in his, back where we belong. We're not from here. We pre-existed before we got here. That's another story for another day. But fulfill your purpose on the earth. You're here for a short amount of time. Make it great. Make it great and make it count. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I will see you back here next week at the very same time. Okay. And I appreciate all the hearts and all the love. And God bless you. Love you guys. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Knolly Williams, the business healer. And I'm out.